Where are Maroochydore?
They haven't come out yet. That's what he's gone over there to blow the whistle for.
Oh, come on, girls.
Here they come.
All right. The old bit of mind games from the second bottom on the table. I like it. I like it.
Hey, when all you've got's mind games, you got to go with it. Let's hope Essendon can do something like that tomorrow.
They find their best shot before the siren. I love it. Go on, girls. All right, we're good to get going? Sweet. Let's hit it. Sweet. How are you behind there? Do you want to come in front of the table, or?
Yeah.
Oh, like it's up to you, but.
No, it's fine.
Just. We're not going to get in your way, are we? Sweet. Oh. Hello and welcome to the Funkhouse Reserve on the beautiful Gold Coast, home of the Southport Sharks. We're here for round 14 action in the QAFLW. The match of the day, Jack Fulham, Ash Newton Spence, your call team on a perfect Saturday afternoon, midday kickoff under a bright blue sky. Ash, great to be with you this afternoon.
Thanks for having me, Jack. Very much looking forward to this one. Haven't seen Maroochydore too many times. Lovely to get them down on the Gold Coast.
Well, on paper, we've got a mismatch. First, taking on ninth, Southport, 9 wins, 2 losses in their premiership defence. Maroochydore, ninth on the table, 2 wins and 9 losses. As we get this one underway, Ash.
Southport with the first real clearance. Going to come out over here to the commentary wing. Picked up beautifully there by Scarlett Featherstone, who's going to kick it just to the mouth of 50. Not quite going to go through. Good defence already by Maroochydore. A bit of a stacks on down there. Good tackle there by Abby Pluples. And the umpire's going to call for a ball up.
Good pressure around the footy early by Maroochydore.
And that's something they're going to have to bring all day today, is the pressure's what's going to be the key for them.
So the ball inside forward 50. This is O'Brien. Got a handball across to Pluples. Pluples from tight in the pocket. Went to the top of the goal square. No mark taken. Davies was working there ground level. Couldn't keep the ball in. Goes through for a minor score. First score of the day. Southport 1-0. We've played just over a minute first quarter. QAFLW match of the day.
Got Sophie Schultz going to bring it in from full back. Going to play on to start with. Almost straight down the middle, but going to clear defensive 50 quite easily. That's a wonderful mark there by Toganzini, who's their captain. Hopefully I pronounced that right, Abby, sorry. Oh, nearly a great mark taken there by Maroochydore. Stolen by Southport, though. Plays on straight away. Going to get it out, cut off there by Robinson, who's got a bit of time and space. It was a really good kick, beautifully directed. Just went over the head of her teammate. Oh, wonderfully tackled. They're sort of running over the ball at the moment. Just a bit of nerves maybe from both. 38, Pippin Russell with the kick just inside 50. Very shallow, but easily defended by Southport. And able to come out for the mark on the wing over there by Teeny Brown.
Brown's kick put some pressure on the ruckman, Mora. She would have copped a heavy contact in the back. She's still down behind play. Picking up the footy was Teeny Brown, who backtracks into her defensive 50. And she's found a target in there in Alder. Alder switches it across the defensive goal face. And now they come up the middle. This is Ross.
I don't think they've realised yet that but now they have.
Still inside the defensive 50. And Ella Mora, who's been good for the Southport Sharks this season, she is down, and she copped heavy contact. There was a knee right in the small of the back.
And she leant for it straight away. She knew that was not okay. Didn't quite move. A couple of girls rubbing the back. That might not help, but the thought is counted.
Bit of cold spray come out.
No, we hope she's okay. She's been really good this season, Ella. Certainly makes life a little bit harder for Southport without her out there. But is coming off under her own steam, so hopefully a bit of a rest.
So Ella off the field. On comes Rihanna Shebb for Southport, and we'll get play back underway in the back half. This is Ross. Ross into the middle of the ground. Good kick. Found Watts. Watts looking wide and now comes up the middle. The kick over shot. Hillier. Plenty of ruse there. Ball in dispute. Handball up towards half forward. Overrunning the football there was Clary, who went back to Edgar, and Edgar kicks wide. That's a good kick, and mark taken out on the far side.
Not
dropped. A couple of Sharks come in. This was Watts. Put her head over the footy and was tackled. We'll have a ball up just outside the 50-metre arc.
And the pressure so far, as we've already said, is immense. Both teams really working hard to make sure they can keep that pressure up. Ball up. Tapped out over there by Southport. Going to be read beautifully. And then the fend off to be able to get herself some space. Gorgeous by the Southport player. Going to go back into the contest and then just bobble out. Maroochydore going to be first back there. Handballs it back to Schultz. Gets it on the boot. Oh, beautifully read off. And beautiful uncontested mark by Southport.
So the Sharks come in towards half forward. That's a good mark taken by Wall at full stretch. She's 60 from home. She plays on from the arc of 50. Goes to the top of the goal square. Davies getting out the back. Can't get a hand on it. Dribbles through for another minor score. The Sharks lead 2-0 early stages first quarter on Bond University. QAFLW match of the day.
Really would have loved to see Holly Wall just take the shot there. She definitely had the boot on her, and there wasn't enough people down there to actually do anything about it. So it would have been great to see her actually take the shot. Maroochydore working back out of defence once again. Contest just outside 50. Going to give Southport another chance to come back inside here. Bit of handball, great smother there. Nobody able to pick it up. There goes finally with the handball. He's going to go straight back to the Roos though, and they've got an opportunity here with a bit of space. Nice little knock onto herself. Absolute paddock, but nobody home at all from Maroochydore. Drop mark gives them a shot here. Able to just keep the pressure on, and there goes the handball with the up, but not able to take any kind of positive movement from it. Words escaped me for a minute there, Jack. Sorry.
As Southport come down the broadcast side wing, trying hard to keep it in was Wall. Can't. We'll have a ball in just in front of the interchange gate. Right in front of
when you know what you want to say and the words don't come. Great for a commentator.
The commentator's curse.
Oh, brains. They'll get here.
So it was a Lasso rule free kick. So Oakley Smith, she brings it in. The kick up between wing and half forward was knocked away from Russell. Southport have it here. High up and under ball from Alder towards centre wing. Comes off hands. It's a good pick up from Wall. Wall had her pocket picked by Schultz, who turned it inboard. Smith working in there. Smith tried to tap it forward and the umpires picked out a free kick. It'll go the Roos' way. This to Sophie Schultz. No, it'll be
Edwards.
Is that Brooke Edwards. So Brooke Edwards from just behind halfway for the Roos. The kick off the side of the boot into the middle of the ground. It comes off. Kick will go forward towards half forward, and getting back there for the Sharks to take the intercept mark is Melita Watts. So Watts looks wide. She has a lady on the wing. Terrible bounce. Getting back there was Bella Phillips for Maroochydore. Paddles the ball to the advantage of Graham. Graham swept the handball forward. Now the kick up towards half forward. Gets over the head of a couple. Southport struggling to clear. And now Ross will go way back into the back half where she's got Brown on. Brown sweeps across goal. That's a great kick. Found Davies on the half-back flank. Davies took the mark. As a couple of players leading up, decided to give the handball off. Now the kick up towards centre wing. Good play in front. Sophie Schultz took a good mark.
She's been wonderful in defence so far, Sophie Schultz. Really been able to read the play and make sure she puts her stamp on this game. Really impressed with Maroochydore so far too. So kicks it long inside, or flicks it long to nearly inside. Beautifully read by the Southport player who was able to bring it to ground. Still a bit more bobble out there. Picked up by Davies. Tackled straight away, so it's going to go straight back into the contest. Whoever stacks on, the umpire's going to call for a ball up.
Well, the pressure around the footy from Maroochydore has been great in the early stages. They've thrown numbers into the contest. They've tackled well. It's all you can ask of the ninth place side.
Absolutely. It comes out from the ruck contest, and it's going to be beautifully marked down here by Maddie Baldwin, right on the boundary line. Oh, the lead was good, but beautifully read by Edgar, who just got herself in the way. It's going to be picked up by Simpson of Maroochydore. No, not quite. Umpire said that was holding of Holly Wall. Wall with the handball. Straight off to Davies. He's going to set him up for their first good mark inside. No, not taken. Oh, and defensive work from Maroochydore. Really good here. Able to, just kicked it, handballed it straight to someone else in trouble. Sophie Schultz absolutely toweled up as she was standing there waiting for that ball.
She's been in the thick of the action early, Sophie Schultz.
She has.
So ball up inside the forward 50. Davies took it out of the ruck and then handed it straight off to Maroochydore. And now the kick comes wide. Racing out there is Phoebe Tuck, beaten to the footy. And now Southport inside forward 50. That's a good spearing kick. Bounced off the chest of Christensen. Maroochydore get back. That was Russell, and now they look wide. Having to stand under it was Oakley Smith. No mark taken. Ball at half back. Sharks have it now. Little up and under ball. Drops just inside the 50. Davies, ball sat up for her. She was taken in a good tackle by Schultz.
Ooh.
Had to get rid of it. Oh, that's high contact on the Maroochydore player. No free kick given. Ball comes into the middle of the ground. Ross couldn't mark, and now picked up here by Russell. Russell looked wide. Play couldn't take the mark there at half forward. It was Cumberland, and now the kick up towards half forward. It sits there. It's Graham. Graham gathers and now kicks in towards the forward 50. Winning the race back there is Watts. Watts will see it through for a rush behind. So the score is 2-1. Still yet to see a goal here. We played around 10 minutes first quarter.
Been a fabulous contest though. Like it's something that I don't know whether you expected it, Jack, but we did know what the score, what the position on the ladder was going to be. So far, I've been very impressed with what Maroochidore's been able to do against our ladder leaders.
They've been very competitive.
They're back down here on the broadcast wing. Lovely mark taken by Nikita Cleary. She's going to send it straight back to where it came from. Unfortunately, a little bit wayward, and it's going to go out of bounds on the full. So a free kick here for Scarlett Featherstone. Trying to find an option. Aiming for aiming for Steph O'Brien. That's always a good choice. O'Brien with the pickup. Handballs it off. Two of them there, thank goodness. Mitchell with the kick inside. Being held a little bit as she tries to run for it, Baldwin. Going to knock it out just outside. And it's going to be a ball up over in the far wing.
So Maroochydore, they've got a lot of players behind the ball. They've done well to clog up that front half of Southport. So a ball in around 45 metres from home for the Sharks. Ball comes back into play. Here's Mora back on the field after that knock earlier. Got it back to Shep. Shep's high ball to the hot spot, around 30 out. Good mark taken in defence. That was Phoebe Tuck. Strong hands. and the Roos will get out of danger again. So
incredibly impressed by Maroochydores' defensive marks at the moment. They've been playing beautifully.
Tuck look towards the broadcast side. Oh, just overrun there by Brooke Edwards. Had a player come in and help her out. That was Bella Phillips. Phillips' kick is cut off by Ross on centre wing broadcast side.
Ross looking for an option. Finds a little short one. It's going to be Hunt. Going to just bounce the wrong way for poor old Megan. Sorry, not old Megan. Take it back. Sorry, apologies, Megan. Just went the wrong way for her. Southport.
In her prime, Megan.
Come and she can come see me afterwards. In the meantime, Southport have just mucked around with it, been able to keep the possession though. The pressure though from Maroochydore is just immense. They are doing everything they can just to worry every possession out. Southport very, very good at this though. We know they can control the football. Mark not taken, tackled over the line. And that one's going to be a ball up, definitely.
Got a couple of impressive types, Maroochydore. Bella Phillips and Phoebe Tuck have been good in the early stages, and so Sophie Schultz been involved in everything. So ball in, Southport side of halfway, getting front position. Edgar, ground level, Featherstone was ripped off it, no free kick. Here's Shib, couldn't get a clean disposal. Bruce pick it up just inside the boundary line. High up and under kick from Bouchard. Went towards half forward. Oh, Steph O'Brien did really well. Turned back in towards traffic, and then the kick into the middle of the ground was a beauty. Found Miller. Miller's got a player out. This is Christensen, who takes a bounce. Dashes inside the 50 from 35. Kick went off the side of the boot. Didn't make the distance. And will bounce out of bounds. No, kept in board by Maddie Baldwin, who screwed it back to the top of the square. And then from 10 metres out, Abby Pluples puts it through. And Southport have their first goal of the day. They're 1-2-8. Maroochydore one behind, 7-point margin. Bond University, QAFLW match of the day. And that was well worked there by Southport. Brilliant work by Maddie Baldwin to kick the ball in play.
Highly intelligent play by Maddie Baldwin. Knew she just needed to, she had the help there, knew that she just had to keep it in play. Able to do so. And helps Abby Pluples get on the board for the first of the day. About 15 minutes into the first quarter. As I said, it's been an absolutely fantastic contest, and they've had to work really hard for that, which is something that I don't think Southport would have been anticipating today, actually having to work really, really, really hard. They'd never say that out loud, of course. But we can say that.
Not as dominant as they were last year. They've dropped a couple of games, so they have been proven to be mortal in season 2026 Southport. They get it out of the middle here. This is Kiara Hillier. Turn back in board to Ross. She's had plenty of the footy early. Kick out towards the wing. Went over the head of Wall. Can't keep it in. That'll be a lasso rule free kick. And Sophie Schultz to take it.
There's something that's actually really exciting about the QAFLW competition this year is that it is a little bit more open. And Southport have dominated this competition for so many years now. It's great to see a bit of competitiveness and have that who knows what's going to happen kind of thing that happens at a footy game sometimes. As we come back in, no one able to take possession of it. Going to bobble around in here again. Little chip kick up. It's going to be Mitchell with the first hands on it. Not able to take it. Beautifully tackled by Ryder. And it's going to be a ball up just in the centre square. Maroochydore probably with the tap there, but goes straight to Southport. Able to get it out. Bit of run here. Going to go to Hillier. Caught though. Going to come back to Mora, who's able to get the handball up. Great turn there by Mitchell. Going to come back again. It's going to pop up inside. Nobody able to control it. Steph O'Brien, of course, can control anything. Gets it on the boot. Marked by Wall. It's going to come back out over to the side to Miller, who's going to pop it up about 20 metres out directly in front. Beautifully read by Maroochydore, and the tackle was fantastic. Absolutely desperate stuff by Southport. And they're able to quell that incoming goal. Come back for another hit out. Read by Maroochydore better. O'Brien at the bottom. Doesn't quite get the purchase on the handball that she would have wanted. It's going to come out the back. Maroochydore here with some time. Not able to get the purchase on that she probably would have wanted to. Dodgy looking handball. Gets away with it. Gets it out, and here we go with some space. Maroochydore have got some time here. They just need to think their way through it. On the boot by Telford. We'll go back into the massive amount of players that are in the middle here, though. And Southport are going to come up on top.
So they feed it back. Hunt had to sit there and wait for it. Beat a tackle, but dropped the ball. Play on called. Here's Jovi Telford. Handball into the middle of the ground. Releases Edwards. Edwards waits for it to sit for her. And then shovels a handball forward. They're going through the middle of the ground here, Maroochydore. The kick up towards half forward. Rankin tried to pick it up. Couldn't. Hunt's hands off the deck were good. And then Tiani Brown mowed down. Great tackle by Brittany Murray.
That was
in the middle of the ground.
Fantastic catch.
How good's the Maroochydore pressure been?
I'm actually almost lost for words for how good Maroochydore have been in this quarter. I just hope they can keep it up.
This is Alex Graham, little dribble kick inside the forward 50. Coming to meet it there. Southport towards the outer side. That's a great kick and strong hands on the far side.
Baldwin with a fabulous mark.
They move it back into the middle. This is Miller. Miller to Davies at centre half forward. Pushing the back, free kick. I thought that was good body work. Umpire disagreed. Sophie Schultz to get the free kick at half back from Maroochydore.
Heavily undersized compared to Giselle Davies there was Sophie Schultz. So great that she could come up with that one. Bit lucky maybe.
Is there a female equivalent for David versus Goliath?
No, let's just go with David Goliath. We get the point. They're going to go right out on the far wing, looking for a bit of space here, Maroochydore. That was a push in the back as well. Unfortunately not called by the umpire, so play on. Southport with a bit of time and a bit of space, and this is what I think they're going to need to do here. They're going to need to just slow it down a little bit because the pressure that Maroochydore are bringing and causing their errors. Lovely kick and mark there by Hillier. Hillier to play on, looking for someone on a lead, not going to get there. I think that's Schultz again. Beautifully read, tackled by Davies, causes the spill. Just on the rebound, it's going to go out of bounds, and it's going to be a ball up. Sorry, throw in. I was waiting for them to do the lasso and then they didn't.
Never came. Well,
no,
the field umpire has
signalled
the lasso.
See, this is where I get confused.
It can be clear as mud sometimes.
I thought that one was a lasso and then he didn't call it. And I'm like, okay, right, cool.
Mora's kick into the forward 50. Had to sit back in front of Davies. Oh, Schultz was hit hard. Maroochydore still in there and then dragged across the line by Holly Wall.
Really like the way Davies is going about some of these contests. She obviously has the size advantage over most of the girls in the back line. So she's actually using it. She's throwing her body around.
So ball up right next to the boundary line where the 50-metre arc intersects the boundary line. Mora couldn't pick it up. Here's Schultz again. Wrapped up. We'll have another stoppage. And a busy little beaver early, Sophie Schultz.
Oh, beautiful tap.
It was great work. Here's Mora. Handball over the top. O'Brien feeds it inboard. This is Mitchell. Mitchell from 25 metres out. Kick came off the side of the boot. Baldwin working one-on-one there with Phoebe Tuck. Siren sounds. And at quarter time on the QAFLW match of the day, the Southport Sharks, the home team, didn't have it all their own way in that first quarter. They lead by...
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s, it's footy for
Best mates looking to be teammates.
cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game, looking at making a comeback.
It's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy. Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
University QAFLW match of the day at quarter time. Southport lead Maroochydore by 7 points, 1-8. Plays one behind. My name's Jack Fulham. Alongside me on the gantry this afternoon, Ash Newton-Spence from AFL Queensland. And it's been a pretty engaging first quarter. Maroochydore coming in ninth on the ladder up against the table toppers and have taken it right up to them in the first stanza. Can they keep it going in the second?
I'm really hoping they can, because that was highly enjoyable and certainly not what you sort of on paper thought you might have been walking into today. Very impressed with Maroochydore. Their pressure has been fantastic. But just a little bit of gamesmanship. We noticed it at the start of the game as well. They took their time coming out. They're doing it again now. They're making sure, you know what, you guys might be the reigning premiers. You may be the bee's knees on paper, but that doesn't mean that we can't just make you think, and they're definitely doing that today.
They are running on island time today, Maroochydore.
They're running on Sunshine Coast time.
They only came out, the game was meant to start at 12. I think it did start at 12. They came out at 11:58 in about 50
Captain
seconds.
Went straight into the middle, and they just started. But they started exactly that way. They warmed up really nicely over on the backfield. They obviously were very engaged early, and they've kept it up. And that's something that's going to be always difficult against a team like Southport that, like we said, on paper should be winning this contest really easily. To be able to still be in the contest at this point, they're going to really, really stress out Sunshine. Oh, my goodness, Southport.
Who were some of your standouts from the first quarter?
Sophie Schultz. Like, absolutely fantastic. Complete rock down there, and made sure that Southport didn't get anything that they shouldn't have got. Just fantastic to start with the game with. Obviously, Southport are fabulous, but I'll give it all to Sophie Schultz in the first quarter.
So, plays underway, second quarter. Big pack of players around the footy, and we'll have a ball up. Southport side of halfway. So, doing the ruck work is Pearce up against Jasper Jordan, and then streaming through the middle. Here come the Roos. The kick up towards half forward. Getting back there And now it's come over the back. Here's O'Grady, tried to tap it to herself. Couldn't, still going. In fact, it's Carter. Carter gets right to the goal line. Ball doesn't go across. Southport keep it in play.
Great tackle.
Great tackle. Should have been holding the ball. Wasn't paid. And now the kick off the ground up towards Hillier. Hillier gathered well. And then on the left, high kick up towards half-back. That's a strong mark taken. What was that? Taylor Christensen had some nice moments in the first quarter. Gave the handball off. It's been intercepted. Oakley Smith. The kicking ball from Edwards up towards the 50. Just basketball, try to bounce it to herself there. Was Telford. Ball comes back to Edwards. Edwards kick in towards 50. He's cut off by Megan Hutt.
Really loved the way Maroochydore went about that first foray forward for the quarter. Looked really good, and there's pressure again. It's got to be holding the ball. Absolutely is. Well done, Bella Phillips.
Game tackle.
Bella Phillips going to come up with it. Not going to have the boot, she doesn't think, so she's going to set it up to the top of the square. Not able to be marked. It's going to be Carter. We've got a bit of room out there. Going to go straight in with the tackles. Picked up by Maroochydore, held up by Southport. And it's going to be another ball up over there. But love so far the pressure that Maroochydore are bringing to not let Southport walk this outside. Tap didn't go anywhere. Picked up by Maroochydore, popped up and now out by Steph O'Brien of Southport. Going to go straight back over the boundary line though. And this is where I think Southport's going to try and maybe tire them out with that constant kind of out of bounds, out of bounds, out of bounds, because they do have the ascendancy in the ruck, slightly bigger.
So back in play, doing the ruck work was Pearce. Tapped it down. They're trying to work it through the middle, but the pressure was good. That was a great tackle by Brooke Edwards. Managed to get a disposal, but now it comes inside forward 50 for Maroochydore. Marked at the top of the square. It's Carter. Well, Madison Carter, she's been working away in the early stages of this second quarter. Had a couple of opportunities and finally grasped one.
That's just brilliant by Maroochydore. Just the second efforts, third efforts, fourth efforts to just keep bringing the pressure. Deserve this goal.
So Carter from 20 metres out, directly in front for Maroochidore's first. She's kicked it. And the Roos come from everywhere to celebrate. What a start to the quarter by Maroochydore.
And they've had all the ascendancy so far. Absolutely deserved that goal. They should have got one in the first quarter. Were denied it a couple of times by some really good Southport defence, but definitely deserved that one.
And the tackling pressure from Brooke Edwards. She's laid 3 tackles in this second quarter, one leading to a free kick and a couple of others that turned over the football. And they cut the margin to just 1 point in the early stages of the second quarter.
And I think that's where they'll sorry to interrupt, Jack. I think that's where they'll try and do that. Like, it's worked now. So keep it going, keep up the pressure, keep it working. And let's see if they can keep doing it. So back in the centre, umpires thanks today to Bradnam's Windows and Doors. We'll go through them the next time we've got an opportunity. Going to be run out of the ruck by Maroochydore, but straight away gone back to Southport. O'Brien gets it on the boot, looking for a bit of space. Mark not able to be taken, but lovely read of it to bring it back down. Going to kick straight over everybody's head. Maroochydore got to defend for their lives now. Not quite able to get away with it. Here we go with a bit of space. Maroochydore able to get it on the boot. Not the best kick though. It's going to come off the side and it's going to go out of bounds on the full. So Maroochydore with a wonderful opportunity. Southport with an opportunity to take it back down inside and leave it there.
So Kiara Hillier will take it from the 50-metre arc. Sets this one up to around 30 metres out from goal. Ooh, through the hands of Schultz. Couldn't complete the mark. Strong tackle laid there. And sharking the ball at ground level is Burnham, who had a snap on goal and missed it away to the left-hand side. So Sharks 139, Maroochydore 117. It's a 2-point margin. Early stages, second quarter.
Schultz just on the outside of the fence to go and pick up the ball. Still the best part of local-ish kind of football is you got to go and retrieve your own ball from the side of the fence. And not the best kick coming out. Went to a big pack of players, which unfortunately then led to it being a bit of a stacks on. Maroochydore come up with it though. Kick down the line, trying to do the safe thing. Off hands. Now we're going to come back inboard. Lovely tackle there by Rihanna Shipp. Tip calling for a bit more talk out there, I think. I think that was what that was. Davies with the take out of the ruck. Wall able to get hold of onto the bottoms. Out to some space to be run onto by Burnham. Beautifully delivered to Miller, who's trying to find someone to kick it to. Doesn't think she's got the distance in her. The lead comes. Oh, definitely not marked by Baldwin, but the second effort was fantastic. The kick was better. And Maddie Baldwin gets on the board. Set up the first. Make sure she banks the second.
Good presence of mind there from Maddie Baldwin. Could have rushed, decided to take a deep breath, and then casually step around and slot it through after the spoil there. She couldn't mark it cleanly, but it was a good finish. And they've just sort of steadied a bit, Southport, after an early scare in this second quarter. Margin back out to 8 points. And of course, coming up after this one, a double header, representative football. Queensland country taking on combined Sydney, Canberra, New South Wales team. That should be an absolute beauty.
So cool we get to see some of the country people get to play out in front of us city dwellers.
So ball in the middle. Here's Shep. Dashes out of the centre. Kick up towards half forward. Bounces there in front of Edgar. Southport have it. Handball off. Now the shot on goal from Christensen goes across the face to the right-hand side, and another minor score. Sharks 2-4-16. Maroochydore 1-1-7.
That's probably the easiest inside 50 that the Sharks have had all day. Certainly looked the cleanest. Oh no! Baldwin with the cut-off, able to get it back and set it up for Christensen. Bit of a calamity back there for the Roos.
Well, this is as the game starts to open up a little bit. Fatigue becomes an issue.
It does.
Southport, they just seem like they're running on top of the ground at the moment. They're creating space out towards the wider parts of Fankhauser Reserve.
Christensen with the kick, Christensen with the goal. And Southport skip away after that beautiful start by the Roos. Out now to 3 goals. So as we were saying, a bit of fatigue now coming into it from Maroochydore. It's very hard to keep up that pressure rating the whole way through. That incessant sort of buzzing around that they were doing in the first quarter and even the first part of the second quarter. It's not an easy thing to keep up. It's hard work. And it sometimes doesn't come with the rewards, which is why it was so good to see them get that reward early. But to keep it up for the whole game is going to be hard. And this is where Southport's class is going to come to the top.
So the Sharks 3-4-22, Maroochydore 1-1-7, 15-point margin. Jordan won the tap. And now will follow up and win the clearance. High ball inside forward 50, that's a good kick. Hunt had front position, couldn't mark, working there one-on-one with Telford, eventually shoveled it back to Alder, who swung it wide. Brilliant kick. Hit Featherstone in stride, who came up the wing with a kick. Good spoil there on Mitchell. That was Schultz again, who's been prominent in this first half for Maroochydore. Ball goes out of play. We'll have a throw in right in front of the interchange gates. We are lovely broadcast position here at the Fankhauser Reserve.
It is lovely.
One of the best broadcast positions in QAFLW football. I reckon Aspley's still #1, but this is up there.
Haven't been to Aspley for a while. I'll wait till I've been there and then I'll give you my recommendation. But do love it here at Southport. As Burnham comes up with it, able to get it on the boot. Bit of a pack forming on top of the ball. Ball sitting at the bottom. The umpire says, I'll have that one, thank you. No real winner from the ruck contest there. Bit of space looking for Maroochydore, but it's going to be Southport that get there first. Ship able to distribute out to Ryder, who's getting it straight out over to Pluples. Going to come back to Ryder.
Oh.
Ryder gets it on the boot. Can she bend it? Oh, not quite.
Oh.
Not quite. It just bounces across the line for a behind.
Well, Ryder, first real time we've called her this afternoon, had 2 touches in a couple of seconds and almost a brilliant finish from 35 metres out.
Just needed that wind to just grab it just a little bit more and it to fit around, but didn't quite get there.
So the margin's 16 points. Maroochydore, they'll look out to this outer side. That's where the kick goes, just outside forward 50.
Is that
But it's
Ryder
been
again?
intercepted by Lillian Ryder. So 3 touches in about 30 seconds. Pops it into the forward pocket. Ball gets out the back. Winning the race there was Cumberland, who just tapped it towards herself, then went back in. Still can't pick it up. Now does, and then ripped off the footy. Didn't get a clean disposal. Umpire called play on. Roos get out of danger. The kick comes towards half back. 2-on-1 contest. The mark was dropped by Watts. Went back and grabbed it. Fed it forward to Ship. Ship inside to O'Brien. O'Brien from 40. Kick towards the top of the goal square. No mark taken. Pluples dashed in. Now picked it up Pluples. Tried to feed it back. Got it back to O'Brien. O'Brien shot on goal and missed it away to the left-hand side.
An opportunity to finish her really good work there. Steph O'Brien not able to do so. And Schultz goes out to pick that ball up again. A little bit of a change. I was going to say Schultz's first time she didn't kick in from the behind the last time, but she's gone back there now.
It feels like the Maroochydore goal was the real catalyst for Southport to just maybe lean forward in the chair a little bit and
wake up just a little bit, girls.
Bit of a wake-up call.
Well, Schultz with the kick. Clears defensive easily, but it's going to come straight back in thanks to Rihanna Ship. Just playing with her food a little bit. Going to come all the way back here to Megan Hunt. Just looking for a better way forward, I think. I thought she might have been entitled to a 50 there. Not quite. Beautifully disrupted by Maroochydore, but going to be picked up again by Ship, who's going to deliver it inside 50, and that's a great mark to Caitlin Miller. Beautifully ready in flight. She's going to set it up for Christensen to mark it, which she does. The teammates are telling her, no, go back and have that shot. She thought about playing on.
A lovely movement of the ball by Southport. And Christensen will go short.
I don't think she was ever confident in taking that shot. So she was always eyes darting, looking for a better option, and that better option's Caitlin Miller. It's really only improved the distance by maybe 10 metres, but that might be all the difference that she needs to make sure this one goes straight between the big sticks. Taking her time, starts her approach. Bit of a stutter step. And that looks beautiful off the boot. Umpire does not have to move. And Caitlin Miller gets her name on that score sheet.
Oh, a beautiful finish. And since Maroochydore kicked their goal, the Sharks have gone bang, bang, bang. Kicked 3 in a row.
This is where we're talking about that class of Southport. And it's something that you always expect from them, but you just never know what the team that's coming up against them is going to be able to give. But this is where it would be where Maroochydore are going to be trying really hard to get back in their heads again, make sure they go back to what they were thinking at the start of the quarter. Hopefully try and make a few changes that'll give them a bit of an extra option here.
So we're back in the middle. Pearce won the ruck battle, tapped it down in the Mora direction. Here's Mora again. A handball wider to Hillier. Hillier, kick up towards half forward. Mark was dropped by Miller and then was crunched in the tackle. Ball falls to O'Brien, who dashes inside the 50. O'Brien from 40 metres out.
Oh, well
That's
done.
a good mark taken back there on the goal line to Gabby Simpson. Well done, Gabby, but has turned the kick over. Kicked it straight to Christensen. Didn't get enough purchase on it, and Christensen can go back from 25 metres out. Toughish angle.
Eyes still darting. She's looking for another option.
I'm not confident from the set shot.
Which is weird because she had a really good set shot earlier that she converted with no problem.
Decides to go and back herself now. From 25 metres out, Christensen on the right. She's made good contact with it and bends it around the post. Sharks have goal number 5 and the margin is 29 points.
I don't know why she doubted herself. That was a beautiful kick. A nice little curl to it. Came back with no problem. No, definitely danger signs here for Maroochydore now. This is where they are in a little bit of trouble and a little bit of possibility of almost getting wiped off the board early in this quarter, or late in this quarter, apologies. But it's something that you'd really love to see. Just the leadership of Maroochydore get together and go, yep, this is what we expected from them, but let's throw back to what we were doing early because it worked. Harder to do when the scoreboard's against you now, but doesn't mean you can't still go for it.
This is a big centre clearance to win. It's Pearce and Jordan. Maroochydore with it. They come inside the forward 50. Sitting under the footy there. And then, is it Older? And then Jovi Telford picked up the footy and was wrapped up straight away by Townie Brown. So ball up on the 50-metre arc. Jordan do the ruck work. Won it down. It was a good tap. And then it was just hacked forward by Southport. The kick inside forward 50 from Graham. Comes off hands. Ooh. Here's Pearce. Handballed it back to Brown. Brown does the full 360 and then gets on the right. The kick up towards half-back. The mark was dropped by Mitchell. Maroochydore have it now. Putting a head over it. Can't get a clean disposal. It was Bouchard.
That was
O'Grady.
Oh, well,
it's a good kick up at half forward. So Telford again will send this one inside the forward 50, but getting out the back there was Hunt, and Hunt switches it across the goal face straight away.
Megan Hunt doing Megan Hunt things in the back line there. Come out to Holly Wall on the far wing. She's got an absolute paddock to run, and gosh, can she run. Takes the first bounce, gets it on the boot. Not the best kick, almost accidentally fell in the lap of the Maroochydore player there, and then got paid the free kick. It's almost like the footy gods were looking after her over there. I think the wind just caught it. So Maroochydore with a chance here to bring it back into the middle. Tries to pick out someone in the middle, does, but unfortunately it's all Southport. But Maroochydore running through the pack. Ball gets popped up. It's going to come out over to Telford. Gets the handball. Robinson with the kick inside. Nobody home. Megan Hunt, just the ball evades her. But it's a 3-on-2 back there, which gives Southport all the time and all the numbers to be able to calm this down. It's exactly what they do. Oh, wonderful contest there by Russell. Just knocked as she kicked it, which just affected it a little bit. Maroochydore all running towards goal. Gets it on the boot, Edwards. Pressure here is good from Maroochydore. Back to what it was in the start of the quarter. Oh, well done. Edgar with the mark. This is where we need to see a bit of movement from Maroochydore. They need to be moving and leading for her. Pops it to the hot spot, but unfortunately can't get past Tiani Brown in that hot spot. Who's going to feed it off over to Watts.
Watts goes across goal to Hunt. Half-back flank. Hunt has Hillier wider. And Hillier with plenty of space to work in. Drives it up the line. Well, mark dropped by Hollywall. Should have taken it. And then coming in to lay the tackle there was Bouchard. And we'll have a ball up. Led off there by Maroochydore to Southport. Wall had taken that mark. They were away. Pearce wins the tap down. More up. Bullocking. Picked up the footy. Can't evade the tackle. Got it back in board to O'Brien. O'Brien pops it over the top. Hillier, the kick inside forward 50. It'll bounce there in front of a couple. Winning the race for it. And then a strong tackle laid by Graham. And we'll have a ball up just outside the 50-metre arc.
Beautifully done by Maroochydore there.
That was Mitchell who got crunched in the tackle. So Pearce wins it down to O'Brien. Slick hands to Mitchell. Mitchell from 40. Kick towards the top of the goal square. Davies. Great mark at the top of the goal square. Just got rid of her opponent. Good upper body strength. And from 10 metres out, should kick this.
We said earlier in the first quarter just how much stronger than everyone else Davies looked down there.
And Davies pops it through. It was close to the right-hand goal post, but managed to sneak it through. So they have another one in the shadows of half-time Southport. 6-6-42. Maroochydore 1-1-7.
Maroochydore might feel a little disappointed. They definitely have had the ascendancy for the last couple of minutes, not able to capitalise it, unfortunately. Southport able to take it down there and get that next goal on the board. They definitely show glimpses, Maroochydore, of what they can do. It's just, can they do that for the whole game? And that's always going to be hard against a team like Southport. Love the leadership of the Southport girls, though. Steph O'Brien taken absolute ownership of that centre circle now. You can see her stalking around over there.
Oh, she's been dominant in this second quarter.
She's been...
How quick were the hands there to release Mitchell for the kick to the top of the goal square? It was sublime stuff. So we're back underway again. Jordan wins the clearance. Mark dropped by Carter. Runners up at ground level. And then it was picked off by Southport. They come wide here. And Wall has a paddock of space. If the ball sits for her, it does. Running past was Ryder. Ryder can take a bounce as she runs up towards half forward. Darts inboard. Here's Brown. Brown's kick inside the forward 50. And we've got a free kick. It's going Maroochydores' way for front on contact. So time ticking down in this second quarter. And taking the free kick is Oakley Smith. She goes into the back pocket. She has a player out there.
It's good by Maroochydore though, playing with the tempo.
They just need to hold it up here. They'll be forced to kick down the line. And that's a good kick. They had a couple out here. Tognazzini, her kick further forward. Ross cuts it off. Couldn't get a clean disposal, Ross, and then slung around in the tackle, holding the ball. Good pressure, Maroochydore.
Right, very good over there by the Roos. And again, very much playing tempo footy now. Just trying to protect themselves a little bit coming into half-time. Good footy. Bit of petrol on that one. Just unfortunately over the head of her forward. Opportunity here if they're quick. Oh, streaming back towards goal is Southport though. They're not taking any chances back there. The ball's going to just run out of bounds in that far pocket. It's going to give Southport another chance here just to hold everything up. Well, it's going to be a ball up. I thought it was going to be a free kick. Don't know why I thought that. It's going to be a throw-in.
You and me both.
There we go. Apologies. Ball up. It's going to come out the back here. If Maroochydore are clever, great strength there by Jordan. Umpire says holding, and here goes an opportunity for Jasper Jordan to be able to get on the board just before the halftime siren. There it is.
Right on cue.
Well done. I did not plan that. So Jasper Jordan going to line up to put the second goal on the board here for the Roos.
This would be a great reward for her because she has competed so hard in the middle of the ground, won plenty of clearances. She's been great.
Coming on in. It's a good looking kick. It's a beautiful kick by Jordan. And Maroochydore get number 2 on the board, right in the shadows of half-time. Really great finish to the quarter by the Roos there, but absolutely stamping their authority on this game is the Southport Sharks. There is nothing they can't do. They were challenged, and they've absolutely come out and shown why they are the ladder leaders in that second quarter.
Well, Maroochydore kicked the first goal of the quarter and the last goal of the quarter in between. Southport absolutely dominated. They take a 29-point lead into the long break. They lead 66-42 to 2-1-13. We'll take a quick break and be back with the QAFLW Bond University match of the day. Jack Fulham and Ash Newton Spence, your call team. We'll be back in a moment.
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s, it's footy for
best mates looking to be teammates.
Cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me.
He's not your traditional coach. He wears his heart on his sleeve.
She's the backbone of our defence, and she leads the team from the front.
He always shows up for us. He really cares about every player.
She's calm and methodical. She leaves nothing to chance.
I wasn't the most confident player coming to Bond, but he showed me what I'm capable of.
When a game doesn't go her way, she puts her head down, gets to work, and she gets better.
Andy is always in my corner, and he always will be.
Whatever Gemma sets her mind to, she'll achieve it.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Welcome back to Funkhauser Reserve on the Gold Coast, home of the Southport Sharks. The home team for this afternoon's QAFLW match of the day, thanks to Bond University and our umpire partners, Bradman Windows and Doors. Jack Fulham's my name alongside me on the gantry this afternoon. Ash Newton, Spence, and at half-time it is the Southport Sharks leading by 29 points. There was a closely fought first quarter before the Sharks kicked away in the second. What are we going to see in this second half, Ash?
I'm hoping we see a little bit more of what we saw from Maroochydore at the very start and the very end of that second quarter. A little bit more pressure. But I'm hoping we also get to see just a little bit of that Southport brilliance, because we all know what they can do when they put their minds to it, and it's lovely to watch in full flight. So just really quickly going through the goal kickers, I'll get you to remind me who the ones for Maroochydore were, because apparently I didn't write them down. We've got one for Baldwin, one for Plugels, two for Christensen, one for Miller and one for Davies. I know Jordan kicked that last one, but I can't remember who kicked the first one.
It was Madison Carter.
It was, of course it was, Maddie Carter. So really good spread of goal kickers I wouldn't say for both teams, but both teams are having more than one goal kicker, which is good, and it's also sort of not those names that we tend to see for Southport. They're a bit of spreading the love for the girls today, which is lovely.
And some of the best players on the ground were Steph O'Brien. She was dominant in that second quarter. She's going to start the second half on the pine.
She really was the difference at the start of that, or once they made that change, just after the first goal was kicked. She made all the difference in the centre. It's a bit of a...
She was great. Sophie Schultz has been fantastic for Maroochydore. So we're back underway. Third quarter. Davies has gone into the ruck. She won the hit out. Handball overrun by Shep. Burnham went back in there. Shoveled it off to Ross. Her kick up towards half forward. Mitchell had to go back and get it, then fed it through to Mora. Mora's kick inside forward 50. Goes looking for Wall. Wall battling one-on-one. In fact, it was Baldwin. One-on-one against Tognazini, and the ball goes out of play, so we'll have a throw in.
No, she thought it was a lasso, but the umpires
Baldwin
are out
wants
of
the
it.
lasso. It was just touched over the line. So Maddie might have to brush up on her rules.
Oh, we've been confused by that once or twice, so we won't.
I did do a game a few weeks ago where a player sort of faked the boundary umpire into the lasso rule. So it can work. Davies won the hit out. Here's Burnham around the body on the right into the forward pocket. Well done there by Pluples. Handed it off to Mitchell, who had the shot on goal and missed it to the right-hand side. Minor score the Sharks. 6-7-43. Maroochydore 2-1-13. 30-point margin.
Bright start by the Sharks. Always knew they were going to come out wanting to atone, that's the word I want, for that last goal. Schultz with the kick out from full back. Unfortunately there, Abby Pluples just tripped over her own feet, I think, and it's going to go out of bounds. So free kick for Edgar. Watches for the call for the lead. Definitely kicked it where she wanted it, but unfortunately not able to actually take the mark. Going to be an opportunity for Southport. Goes over the back. Open here. Baldwin not able to capitalise. Her eyes are lit up though. You could see her running towards that. It's going to be another behind for Southport. They do look like they've been a little bit inaccurate, but it's actually been the defensive pressure of Maroochydore down there. They're just not allowing any of those easy ones off the back. They've done really well.
A lot of the minor scores have been rush behinds as Schultz had her kick smothered out of fullback. Here's Pluples close to the boundary line, kicked it straight back to Schultz. So they get out of danger.
Had her kick smothered by fullback off the forehead of poor old Taylor Christensen.
Well, we got a Falcon early. Here's Gabby Simpson. Long kick up towards half back, and Gabby's turned it over.
That is a fabulous mark out there. It's going to be very quickly moved on, straight back into the middle. Mora had the backup from Ship if she didn't take the mark, but was able to capitalise it. Two of them there thought that they were going to get that one. We'll call it backup. We won't call it trying to pinch your mate's pocket. We'll call it backup.
So Alamora, after seeming like she wasn't going to take any further part in the game after going down with that back injury in the early moments, well, she's back out there.
Not quite going to make the distance, I don't think. Looking for the mark out the front, not coming. Good pressure by Maroochydore. They've been doing this very well for most of the day, so they'll be looking for another quick clear. No one goes up in the ruck against them, so it gives Southport all of the opportunity. Handball's out in front of Mora. Has to stop to pull back onto her right foot. Does everything she needs to do, though, and puts it through for the goal. Pulled on the handbrake there, Ella. Mora just stopped, turned, back on the right foot, and through it went.
Her left foot went missing. Decided she was going to go with the right. And why not? It was a
beautiful kick.
Great finish.
She finished the work. She didn't quite have the capability to finish before that. She still gets her name on the board. Steph O'Brien on for her first run of the third quarter. As Southport skip away once again. That's sort of every time they have been challenged today, they've responded very, very harshly. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing how many goals we get in this little patch, because I have a feeling Southport take every goal they get kicked against them personally.
So Davies against Jordan in the ruck. Davies wins it down, beautiful tap. Here's Mora again, swings it wide to Hillier. Went over her head, but she ran back and gathered. Drives it long towards half forward. Running back with the flight of it is Tark. She gathered, went inboard to Schultz. Schultz, risky kick into the middle of the ground. Bounced into the shins of the Maroochydore player. Now Davies gathered, beat a couple of tackles, kicked to the top of the goal square. That was brilliant. Maddie Baldwin's mark 25 metres out directly in front.
That was just an absolute beautiful kick there by Davies. Knew exactly where her teammate was going to be and just called her to the ball. Beautiful.
So Maddie Baldwin has kicked one already this afternoon, looking to make it two. Stretch the margin out to 43 points. Methodical run up, strikes it, has pushed it to the right. So a minor score. The Sharks are 7-9-51. Maroochydore 2-1-13. 38-point margin.
It still doesn't feel like that bigger of a margin, though. It feels a lot closer than we know it is. And that's just the pressure and the contest that Maroochydore have continued to bring through the entire of the game so far. So Schultz with the kick out from fullback once again. Plays on, gets a bit of run up behind her. Kick good, but just falls in the lap of Watts. Kicks it to the pack. It's just going to sail over behind all of them and go out of bounds for a boundary throw-in. So as we said, Maroochydore doing really good at these kind of clearances, not allowing Southport too much empty space to be able to run into. Beautifully tackled.
Oh.
Mora with a bend. No, just fell into the lap.
Almost put that through. It's a good effort.
That wind is actually picked up a little bit there. It might have blown it back this way a little.
So Simpson out of full back. Kick went looking for Clary, who couldn't mark. Putting her head over it was Ryder. Great pressure from Maroochydore, and we'll have a ball up.
Really well done by Smith there. Actually held herself back from going into the marking contest knowing that she'd be able to go straight in with the tackle. Really well done.
Ball back into play. Brian won a hit out. More up, followed up to a good tackle on Clary. And another ball up just inside the chalk, 45 metres out. Southport into attack, kicking to the right of your screen in this third quarter. Here's O'Brien, beat a tackle, shot on goal from the boundary. Can't bring it back. And another minor score, 7-10-52 the Sharks. Maroochydore 2-1-13.
Would have loved to see that go through.
Points.
That would have absolutely brought the house down. So Schultz once again taking the majority of the kick-outs from fullback today, and there have been a few. She's trying something different this time, going over to the far wing. A bit more purchase on the ball. And a bit more space. Allows Maroochydore to run. Good pressure by Southport, able to come up with it. It's going to come straight back in whence it came. Wall with the contest. Wall with the second effort. Goes up to Ship. Ship sets it up. Miller nearly, Millie, yes! Miller with the kick and Miller with the goal. Kaylin Miller with her second of the day on the board. Didn't look pretty, but it did what it needed to do, and that's a 6-pointer.
Oh, she had to beat a couple of Maroochydore players there. Managed to gather and put it through from almost point-blank range. Caitlin Miller, so she has another one. And they're running away with it here, the Sharks. They've been dominant across both grades. The reserves game finished 170-0. And this one on 45-point margin. After Maroochydore kicked the first goal of the second quarter and closed the margin to a point. It has been all Sharks after that. And remember, coming up after this game, we have a rep match doubleheader. Country Queensland taking on the might of the combined Sydney-Canberra team. The Sharks move it out of the middle. Here's Featherstone, found some space on the broadcast wing. Featherstone plays on. Kick towards half forward. Davies, strong out the back, couldn't complete the mark. Picking up is Tognazzini. Did well to trap it. Got a handball off to Schultz. Schultz goes back to O'Grady. He's kicked long up the line. Featherstone. Mark not paid. Picked up by Edwards. Edwards kicked towards centre wing. Now it's Brown. Brown was confronted. Had to give the handball off. Featherstone wheeling it round on the right. Goes up the line. Getting out the back is Miller. Beaten to the footy by Clary. Clary kept it in, but coughed it up. Burnham kicked towards half forward. Great mark coming the other way. Tognazzini. She's had some moments. And she'll just settle this one down for the Roos. So Tognazzini has kicked it out on the full. It'll be Featherstone to take the free kick. Right in front of us here.
Unfortunate there by Tognazzini. As said, been doing most things right today. Oh, just off the fingers. Oh, well done.
Brittany Murray. Great hands. Picks up the line. Oh, Featherstone. Great trap. Burnham to Brown. Brown towards half forward. Davies bodied out of it. Murray again. Kicked up towards the wing.
Well done, Jordan.
Robinson. And now Maroochydore. They're out the back here. Carter kicked it into the square, but there was no one forward of the ball. Hilliard.
This is that pressure we've seen from Maroochydore. They can turn it on.
Robinson, and that's a great kick. Found Davies, who found some space just forward of centre. She'll go back over the mark and try and find a target inside 50.
High starting, trying to find the right option. Umpire says, hurry up. Looking for O'Brien. Why wouldn't you? O'Brien, quick. Gets it on the boot. Just waiting for her to turn around.
She always seems to...
was Abby Pleuples.
Always seems to take the right option, Steph O'Brien. And she's got a good boot on her. Could have blazed away from there. Went into the pocket, found Pleuples.
So Pleuples with a bit of a stab kick, but makes it work. And through for the 9th goal for Southport. Absolutely running away with it now. A couple of moments of brilliance nearly from Maroochydore, but Southport once again, cream rising to the top. So Jack, what would you like to see Maroochydore do in this situation? What's the coaching move? What's the change?
They just need to clog up some numbers in the back 50. The midfielders need to drop behind the ball. I think obviously no chance of winning at the moment. Southport are a strong side, so I think damage control is going to be your best option. A couple numbers behind the ball. Their wingers need to work harder to get back and support their defence. And I'd like to see the Maroochydore defence just try and body on a little bit, play one-on-one. As they come out of the middle, here's Ruby Mitchell to Shep. Great tackle. Brittany Murray. Hasn't she had some good moments in the last 5 minutes?
I don't know if that's a change or if she's just been moved back into the back line, but I like that change. Well done, Maroochydore.
She went out wide looking for Jordan. Couldn't mark. Clary.
Good pressure, holding the ball again. Excellently done by Maroochydore. This is what we know they can do.
So it's Schultz, who's been their best by far this afternoon. Schultz drives it long down the outer side wing. Hunt sitting under it. Dropped a mark she should have taken.
Oh, smothered. Well done.
Now ball comes back in ball. Big pack of players around it. And we'll have a ball up just inside the paint. The other side wing. Here at the Fankhauser Reserve. It's the Sharks holding a 51-point lead. Third quarter on Bond University. QAFLW match of the day.
Oh, slung around twice, holding the ball. That's 3 in a row for the Roos over there. They've left that pressure up just a little bit more. Looking for the option. Very stagnant though, Maroochydore. Would love to see them actually lead a little bit more than they have been. Hunt with the saving spoil.
She's been so good, Hunt. Just always knows where to position herself behind the footy.
Caught a block on her, so it's going to be a free kick for Megan Hunt over there. Thought she got her hand to the ball really well. And here goes Southport straight through the middle. This is where you can really see what they can do. Wall with the pickup. Gets it on the boot. Not too pretty, but it's going to work for her. Christensen. Oh. Handballs it over to Mitchell, not able to take it. Great tackle.
There was no prior opportunity, but that was a ripper tackle by Tognazini.
Davies with the hit out, going straight to Steph O'Brien, who gets it on the boot. And that is a Steph O'Brien special. 1 foot, 1 kick, goal. How good is that?
She's a gun.
Worth the price of admission to come watch Steph O'Brien play. She's magic. She is absolutely magic. And her first of the day, which surprises me a little bit when I write that in there, because I honestly thought she'd kicked 2 or 3 already.
So coming up after this match, representative football, Fankhauser Reserve, Queensland Country, face the combined Sydney-Canberra, New South Wales team. Should be a ripper match. And then following that, Queensland Country women face the women of Sydney-Canberra. So plenty of football action still to come.
Yeah, don't change this dial. Stay here with us here on YouTube all day long. It's going to be a great day of footy.
This is the QAFLW action as they come out of the middle again. Southport.
Good work.
Wall had it knocked away from her. Tognazini did really well. Kick into the centre square.
Good pressure
knocked
there.
away from Ryder.
Phillips with the follow-up. Well done.
And Ryder did really well. Handballed it in towards Mitchell, who overran it. Ryder still going in there, put her head over it, could have been taken front on, wasn't, and dived on the footy. Will have a ball up just outside the square at half forward for Southport. They lead by 57 points. Tap comes down. Burnham went through her legs, managed to shovel it back to Mora. Mora's kick inside forward 50. Davies got front position, had it knocked away from her. Back to Mora. Mora's kick to the top of the goal square. Christensen allowed it to bounce, managed to come back, keep it in, and then handballed it over the top, and they've worked it through for a goal to Ship. So slick hands there by Wall, got it to Ship. Ship put it through from the goal line. They've got another one, the Sharks.
And there's nothing more you can say about that as team goal. That was just everyone keep handballing it, get it to the right place, get it to the right person. Once it did, and Ship had the goal mouth open in front of her. Perfect.
63 points the margin.
So Southport, as we sort of thought, Maroochydore came with that first goal, and how were they going to react? Well, they reacted exactly the same way they did in the second quarter. They don't take well to being scored against the Sharks. So they've absolutely taken it personally and gone on a run. Back in the centre, Maroochydore with the first kick out. Clearance there, mark not paid. Umpire said play on. Southport sharing it around, now looking for a bit of space. Ball went a long way from home. Needs to use those smarts everywhere. Beautifully done by Tuck. Wonderful smother. Tackled by Ship. Going to come back out to Tuck. Bit of space here. Murray. Going to be a 3-on-2. Rankin at least made it hard for her, but now got a bit more time, a bit more space. Southport wanting to play on at all costs here. Handball. Oh, beautifully done to Mora. When they're in flight, Southport, they just look magical. Oh, well done. Great make by Burnham. Maybe a little bit not quite defensive enough from Maroochydore here as Wall wants to get in on the party. Takes a lovely mark. About on a 45-degree angle. Right on 50. Going to kick from about 45. Probably a little bit too far for her. Hits it to the hot spot. Going to go out a bit wider, but read very nicely off the boot by Gabby Simpson and able to take the relieving mark.
So Gabby, she plays on. Kicks it long towards the half-back flank. Tognazini went through her hands. Mora's out the back there. Gathers. Kick into the pocket. Christensen had to work 2-on-1. Simpson dropped the mark, but managed to get it to a teammate. Went looking for Graham. Graham dropped the mark. She should have taken. It was Shedd who got it on the boot inside forward 50, but it's been cut off. So Maroochydore have it in the back pocket. They trail by 63 points, third quarter. And the kick out of the back pocket has gone out on the full.
Too much curl on that one.
So Ship will bring it in around 60 from home. Bond University QAFLW match of the day. Brianna Ship, she plays on. Kick goes to the hot spot, 30 out. Big pack of players. Burnham's there. And we'll have a ball up. As we see the rep sides warming up. Queensland country versus New South Wales, Sydney, Canberra.
Mitchell.
Southport.
No, touched.
Touch behind.
I could just see Holly Wall, just a bit of speed there and just getting her toe to it, but not quite enough time for it.
64 points the margin, third quarter. QAFLW match of the day. So Schultz again. Taking all the kickings today from Maroochydore. She goes short into the pocket.
Definitely going with the safe option on this one. This is a bit of damage control off the chest, unfortunately. Pops up for Ryder, who's got an opportunity, gets it on the boot. Oh, just hits the behind post and goes out of bounds.
I think it bounced just before it hit the post.
All right, cool. Ball, throw it. Maroochydore definitely trying to limit the damage just in the shade of three-quarter time. Hard thing to do. High, yes. Oh, that was unfortunate. Obvious, though. Unfortunate, though, and Christensen's going to line up for number 3. Was doing everything she could there just to not allow her to get a free run at the ball. Unfortunately, the only thing she could do was stick her hand over her shoulder, and it was a little too obvious for the ump.
Unlucky, but definitely there. Christensen. She had a good game.
Just going to fade a little bit to the right. Unfortunate for Christensen. Has had a very, very good day. It's hard to say she hasn't had a great day when she's kicked 2, but sort of pops up in moments, but hasn't had the consistency across the whole game I think she would like. But still been very, very good, as have most of Southport's forwards today. Takes the game on, Maroochydore, straight down the middle, but can't come right over to the side. Going to be marked over here by Tognazini. Been very good in this third quarter. Hunt at the back goes with the fist, doesn't quite get there. Air ball. Going to come round to Ross, chasing it up. Kept in by Maroochydore, and then finally just trickles out. Just trickles out. And there'll be a boundary throw in. Oops. Ball just got away from us.
Oh, Davies, a little errant return to the boundary umpire. And it's taken out the whiteboard. Magnets flying everywhere down there. So ball back into play. Jordan wins the tap out. Handball overshot Murray. Still working there, Murray. Here's Mora. Good hands off the deck to Shep. Shep towards half forward. 2 Maroochydore players there. And bullocking through there was Ruby Mitchell. Here's Featherstone. Now the handballing board to Wall. Picked it up off her feet. It was great. Featherstone came back in board to Burnham. Burnham spun around and on the siren has hit the post. Well, that would have been a goal of the day contender, not to be. But a three-quarter time at Southport, holding an 11-13 79 lead over Maroochydore, 2-1-13. 66 points the margin at the final change. Bond University QAFLW match of the day. We'll be back in a moment with the last quarter action.
Okay, let's give them 60 minutes of skills, fitness and fun. And let's not forget about connection. We're talking safe, inclusive and modified rules, perfect for newcomers. Okay, super kick on 3.
1, 2, 3, super kick! Woo! Yeah!
Super fun, super safe, super inclusive. Super kick, tailor-made for 7 to 12-year-olds.
AFL 9s, it's footy for
Best mates looking to be teammates.
cardio fiends after a bit of competition.
Legends of the game. Looking at making a comeback.
There's footy for when your week's pretty cooked.
Or for fitting it in between classes.
It's footy!
It's footy.
It's footy.
It's footy for me.
It's not just an Australian sport. There's a lot of countries that come over and create a home here that can also join in and play the sport to the fullest potential.
All the advice that you get given, it's really inspiring.
Being part of a football team is more than just a game. It's like a family.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Football club is very, very important in this community. Without it, there's not much else to do in such a small town.
I do believe that there's so much more to sport than just winning.
If my story says anything, it's that you don't need the experience, having the passion and having the want to see the young girls excel.
It's also, to me, a chance to give back to the community.
To find your more, visit play.afl/more to footy.
Welcome back. Bond University QAFLW match of the day. Three-quarter time, Southport holding a commanding lead over Maroochydore, 66 points. The margin of three-quarter time as we get set for a start in the last. Jack Fuller, Ashbute and Spence, your Saturday afternoon call team. And don't forget, following us, we've got a double header of rep football action. Queensland Country taking on the combined might of New South Wales, Sydney, Canberra. A game that should be an absolute rip of both men's and women's. With the men starting straight after us at 2 o'clock. The women's following that with the 4:45 kickoff. That's all streamed live here on the Queensland AFL YouTube channel. So stick around.
Maroochydore again playing a little bit of mind games against the Southport Sharks just taking their time coming back out of three-quarter time. They've done this all day, so, you know, at least it's not just a random occurrence.
And they've got the hurry-up whistle again, as we saw it before the first bounce.
It does always take girls a little bit longer to get ready than normal, but still.
Is that going to be the excuse? Well, before the first bounce, the game was meant to start at 12. Maroochydore came out at 11:58.50 with about a minute to spare, ran straight out to their positions. They did the toss of the coin quickly and bang, we were straight into it.
But they have been on since the second that started. They started very well, Maroochydore. First quarter was a real arm wrestle. We have had it obviously blow out a little bit since then, but still very much impressed with what Maroochydore has been able to bring today. I'm hoping to see a little bit more in this last quarter.
First on the ladder, plays second last, but they've taken it right up to the defending premiers, and they win the opening clearance. Wheeling around at half forward is Graham. Graham's kick is a little bit errant and has been marked by Ryder.
Deserved to be better too. That was a really good mark.
So Ryder takes off, looks towards the outer side in the Mitchell direction. Mitchell couldn't mark. Went back to pick up the footy, put it on the boot up towards half forward. Baldwin gathered, handballed it inside to Mora, who stepped inside on a tackle, now sets it up to the top of the goal square. Christensen couldn't mark, went back over the ball, and then got the handball off the deck. Clever tap on by Baldwin, back to Christensen, who had her kick smothered. They're still working there close to the goal line. Can they find a goal here? Wall gave it back to Christensen, and Christensen's got her third. Like shelling piece for Southport. And a good passage of play there. Christensen involved heavily.
Might have been her third or fourth effort by the time she got it on the boot there. Was down on the ground, flipped it up, got back in the contest, down for a tackle, and then back on the board for Christensen in this last quarter. Southport extend. 69 points. My maths any good?
72.
Oh, I knew my maths was
Close
bad.
enough.
I knew my maths
Close
was
enough. 12-13-85 plays 2-1-13. Oh, probably not an accurate reflection of how well Maroochydore have played.
No, it's not, and it's even looking at the behinds for Southport, that makes it look like they've been inaccurate, which I don't actually think they have. Maroochydore have just rushed a lot. Out on the wing, just outside the centre square. Maroochydore with the kick. Oh, good mark. Fantastic mark out there by Clary. Wynn just catches it as it comes across, and it's going to be beautifully taken by Southport. That's Hillier. Got a couple of blonde ones out there. I keep getting them confused.
Hillier and Blue Bulls.
Yes. Spreading it out wide
and
over to Ryder.
Well.
There's the other one. Oh, nearly a fantastic mark by Schultz over on the far side. Going to come out of the contest, going to on the boot. Just tripped as she got it on the boot there, but going to be brought around. Great smother by Telford. It's going to come back to Jordan. Gone out of this contest a little bit just for Jordan in the second half, but able to distribute to give her teammates an opportunity. Didn't talk, unfortunately. Nearly cut each other off. Handball comes. Graham with an opportunity. Needs to protect the ball, needs to get a bit of help. Southport come in numbers. Able to get it back over to Hillier, who's got all the space in the world, as she distributes out to Ryder.
So Ryder takes off as O'Brien, free at half back. Waits for it to bounce. Goes back to Hunt. Hunt looking for Ryder. Decides to go by boot. Looking for Mitchell. Bounced off Mitchell's chest. A couple of Roos came in. They've turned it over here, the Roos. Murray kicks them into attack. And then beating the tackle and having a shot at goal is Clary. Clary, will it bounce through? It has! So Nikita Clary gets Maroochidore's third of the afternoon. And what a finish from 40 metres out. Got the perfect bounce. And they get another one, Maroochydore, and reward for effort.
And that's the thing from Maroochydore today. They need to go out of this looking at how well they've done in the circumstances. It's all well and good to look at the scoreboard and go, oh, well, look how much we've been beaten by. But they've been absolutely in this contest for most of the game, save for a couple of big runs by the Sharks along the way. you'd have to say that you'd go home if you were the coaching staff of Maroochydore being pretty happy driving up that highway.
And they would be happy indeed. And it is a long trip from Maroochydore down here to Southport.
That's why you should hang around and watch the state game after this, guys. You get a little bit...
Get some bonus football.
Grab yourself a beer, sit down, enjoy the lovely hospitality of Southport, watch the state game, and then go home.
So here's the Roos into attack again. Rankin, what a pickup. And now steps in board. Rankin from 40 gets it right there. Does she get the bounce? Hunt getting back on the goal line. Gathered it a couple of metres inside the field of play and then looked wide. Found Hillier. Hillier's kick towards the outer side wing. Went over the head of a couple. Back there is Wall, who gathered. Her kick up towards half forward. Baldwin did really well. Ran her opponent under the footy and then circled back. Toe poked it inside the forward 50. Could be a push in the back free kick there. None paid, and we'll have a ball up 45 metres out from the Sharks' goal. But it's just been the difference in this game, the Sharks' ability to go end to end at a rapid rate and give their forwards plenty of options.
I think, from the Sharks as a general rule with Mora with the kick. Just goes through for a behind. Just general understanding of what's happening. Even that last play could have knocked it on out in front of Baldwin for her to run onto it, but no need to. So just brought it in, didn't give away the free kick. Just made sure they actually protected the ball so that there was an opportunity from the ball up. Coming back in once again, Maroochydore with all the play so far. Oh, well attacked out there by Siobhan Ross. Oh, yeah, no. Bit high, I think, yes. Davies once again throwing a bit of a considerable bulk around. Been very good today, Giselle Davies.
She's a powerful unit.
She is. Would not want to come up against her out there. No, thank you. I'll stay up here in the commentary box where I'm a bit safer. There's a couple from Southport that are like that. They wouldn't want to come up against Steph O'Brien, but for very different reasons. She'd make you look foolish. Does Maroochydore go forward once again? Good pressure here by the Roos. Peeling for the free kick, not coming. We'll have another ball up. Just Maroochydore side of the centre. Ball goes up. Well won by Jordan. Doesn't really come out to any clear ball though. Still popping around in there. Tries to come out. Good tackle. Umpire circling. Umpire says, nah, give it to me. My turn. Another ball up. That time decisively won by Southport, but able to be read beautifully by Maroochydore. Inside. Southport with the numbers to clean this up though. Going to come out to Ryder. Caught. Able to get the ball away. Back in with another tackle. Ball stuck. It'll be another ball up.
So just inside the 50 from Maroochydore. One goal apiece. Well, Davies able to take it out of the ruck, uncontested. Kick inside the centre square. Wall got her hands away and was dumped in the tackle. She'll get a free kick. At half back, just inside the square. She wants to look wide and then just took off and was run down by Brittany Murray.
Well done.
Well, that was some lapsadaisical play by Wall. She just wandered off the mark. And Murray came from behind.
Someone was there.
As the kick comes wide, Featherstone almost took the intercepting mark. Davies, and now they go up the line. One-on-one battle, blue balls. Maroochydore have done well here to carve the contest, and they'll get a free kick.
Just didn't have it when she was brought off the ball there by Hollywell.
Josie Telford comes into the middle of the ground. That's a good kick. And they'll open up here for the Roos. They go forward. Ball bounces there in front of Edgar, and she's taken in a strong tackle. We'll have the ball up.
Great tackle by Robinson. We haven't called her name too many times today, but that was a really good one.
So Jordan and Davies. Davies won it down. Clary is there. She's got Hillier for company, and another stalemate just inside the square. So it's the Sharks leading by 67 points. Midway through the last quarter. Trying to bustle her way through there.
Umpire didn't call it.
It was Clary.
Ooh.
And another ball up.
Davies just went in with their shoulder there. The umpire didn't quite see it.
So Davies and Jordan, they fight a 0-0 draw in the ruck. Mora twisting and turning back to Hillier. Hillier's kick.
Been very good today, Hillier.
Christensen, great pickup. Gave a handball. Ended up handballing it to herself. And Christensen, the high kick inside forward 50. Baldwin bounces in front of her. She's got 2 roos to deal with. Tapped it back there to Miller. And there was a ripper tackle late on Miller. They come back here and Maroochydore, they'll get out of danger. Smith, kick around the corner, only as far as Burnham. Dropped the mark, went back.
Yeah, throw.
Good pressure there.
That was a fantastic tackle. Made it so that she had no choice. The only way she could get rid of that was by throwing it, which is exactly what she did. And come over the back of the pack here, read by Ship. Going to get the handball away to Alder. Coming back to Watts. Coming back to Ross. Not the best kick. Going to come back to Ship, who's going to just send it all the way back inside Maroochidore's 50. Not quite. But here's an opportunity. Rankin with the run. Rankin with the chance. Rankin with the kick. Oh! Oh, so close, Ruse. So close. Really well done there by Rankin. Great teamwork too for the Shepherd to make sure that she had all the time to pick it up. Oh, sometimes you really hate that post.
Well, they did well there. It was good numbers around the ball. It ended up being 3-on-1, and Rankin, almost the perfect finish as they bring it out to this broadcast side. This is Watts. Watts drives it long down the line. Davies sets herself for a fly out at Simpson. Came across, got behind and took a juggling mark on the second attempt. Reeled it in. Great work, Davy Simpson. Her kick towards half forward. Bounce and then Watts. Inboard to Brown. High ball towards centre wing. Getting there and taking off hands was Phillips. That was good crumbing to Simpson. Simpson off a step. Kicks it forward. No mark paid. Going in close to the boundary line. Clary did well to keep it in. Smith, and then kicked off the ground by Russell. Plenty of Sharks around the footy here. Here's Ship. The handball off, and then dangerous kick to the top of the 50-metre arc, and Murray came flying in and took the mark. So Brittany Murray, who's 50 metres out, kicks to a leading target. Oh, just past the outstretched arms of Rankin, and the Sharks get out of danger. Burnham at half back.
That was a really great mark over there by Murray. Was really deserved better than, unfortunately, the finish that she got. But they're the little moments of brilliance. Touched on the boot here that Maroochydore, I think, need to take away from this game. Southport with all the people around the ball to be able to do just what they should do until, unfortunately, picked off by Maroochydore on an errant kick. Handballs it off. Got some room to run. Well done. Schultz with a big kick inside. Just hit it outside. Caught. Second effort for Edwards. Unfortunately not. Goes through for another behind.
Well, they're really pressing here in this last quarter, Maroochydore. Southport may have put the cue in the rack. But Maroochydore, they've kept on battling away this afternoon. They're 3-3-21, trailing Southport 12-14-86.
And as we said, I think Maroochydore have a lot to be really impressed with today. They're certainly not going to come away with anyone thinking less of them after today's contest. It's been fantastic. But again, Southport do what Southport do. They come out and they win when they need to. They show their class. They take having goals kicked against them personally.
So here's Ross. Ross who's changed the boots at half time. Not looking for Pearce. Dashing through there is Brown. Pushed after she kicked it. Schultz gathered. And now the kick towards half forward. Here's Russell. Pippin Russell. On the edge of the square at half forward. Off a couple of stabs to around 30 metres out. Ball bounces forward. And here's Carter, who couldn't get boot to ball. Could have had a shot at goal. Clary still going after it. Still Clary going. Featherstone came in to lend a hand. She was ripped off the footy. And we've got a free kick called by the off-play umpire. Featherstone.
Maroochydore had all the numbers there too. Oh, well done.
Well, O'Brien was just sat under the footy. Murray picked it up, kicked it to the top of the goal square where it was marked by Pearce, and the Sharks get out of danger.
Beautifully set up behind the ball with the Sharks. They knew what was coming. And go right down the wing. Lovely mark taken over there.
Gabby Simpson.
Gabby Simpson, thank you. I knew the player, I knew the face, I just couldn't remember what her name was. That's horrible.
Her husband Paddy is sitting at home on the sunny coast watching this one. Shout out to Paddy.
Oh, going to come out to Hunt with the contest. Making it hard for her. Bouchard at the bottom of that one.
So Siren not too far away. And don't forget, coming up after this one, representative football, Queensland Country, take on Sydney Canberra.
Oh, didn't have it.
Russell.
Umpire said no, going to keep going. Comes out to Ship. Looking for Wall. Not able to collect it, does just as it goes over the boundary, but that'll be a throw in. We need to give big shout outs, I think, to Sophie Schultz, who's probably been best on ground for Maroochydore. She's been absolutely fantastic down in that defensive line. Pushed up a little bit onto the wing in the second half. Oh, big tackle. Both girls bounced up though. You love to see that. Goes back in once again. Going to be another ball up. And then through the day, bit of push and shove off the ball there. Through the day, we've had so many goal kickers here by Southport. Go through them at the end of the quarter. Not too far away now. Ship with the pickup. Umpire says it was holding, so it's going to be paid downfield.
They'll be marched well inside 50.
Just waiting to see who's going to whip.
Oh, ball one.
Couldn't have picked someone worse. As in, very good chance of kicking this. Right, looking for the lead though, going to pop it out in front. Davies had her eyes all over that one, couldn't complete the mark. 2 fens, 3 fens, trips, holding the ball, no, says the umpire.
Well, that could have been a free kick for a trip.
I would have thought there was one in there, but no. Oh, the pressure by Southport. I don't think they've shown this much tackle offensive all day. Suddenly, with a couple of minutes to go, they've decided to throw out all the extra angstiness.
How good was that from Davies? That was Barry Hall-esque. Just taking on all comers.
Oh, smothered off the boot. Well done, Maroochydore. Going to be read by Burnham. Gets it on the boot. No one home except for Maroochydore, which means they can spoil that over the line. And that's Edgar right on that last line, going to take the kick out.
Just tapped over the bar like a goalkeeper.
I've got nearly to the end of the game before the first World Cup reference. Well done.
That's pretty good from me.
I thought so.
So the Roos at half-back, it's spoiled away. Pearce keeping it in, no. Another throw in, 70 metres out from the Sharks' goal. Been watching much of the World Cup, Ash?
It's on very early in the morning. And I have a 5-year-old that likes to wake up stayed up very late. So it's the wrong end of the clock for me, unfortunately. I got up to watch the Socceroos last week.
Well, wasn't that a letdown?
It was, but that's okay. Got to be in it to win it, Jack.
So dying moments here. Frank Hauser Reserve, Bond University, QAFLW match of the day.
There's
the
a crowd building here too at Frank Hauser this afternoon. It's good to see.
Well, they've come out to see some rep footy. And the men's game coming up next. It should be an absolute ripper. Queensland Country.
Doesn't go where she tells her to though. Nearly cut off by Murray. Been very good in the second half, Brittany Murray.
They get out here through Robinson, who comes back in board, kick into the centre circle. Mora dropped the mark, went back to pick it up. Now a kick out wide looking for Ross, who gets there first and then was worried out of it by Telford. Telford handed it off to Tuck. Tuck's kick missed Jordan. Getting back there was Robinson, who looks wide. Going to stand under it.
Oh, well done, Murray.
Featherstone. Featherstone against Murray. Featherstone tapped it to the advantage of Ruby Mitchell. Still going, Brittany Murray. Look at her go. Not much of her, but she's fighting away there. Missed the kick off the ground. And now they come away, the Sharks, through Mitchell. Mitchell's kick up towards half forward. Miller bounced in front of her, got the hands off. That was fantastic. Here's Baldwin into the pocket. Christensen couldn't mark. Battling one-on-one down there. Christensen went in again, handballed it back to O'Brien, who beat a tackle, handballed it off. Goal coming up for the Sharks, and it's put through by Caitlin Miller.
3 for Miller today as well. They've done a really good job, the forward line of Southport, of just sharing it around, making sure that everybody got a bit of the pie. And there's really not too much more you can say about how good Southport have been today. Basically from 5-minute mark of the second quarter, they've had most of this game their own way.
They're really locked in.
Led beautifully by O'Brien, as per normal, who definitely was the fire starter. Not sure if I'm going to give her best on ground.
Ooh, yeah, we've got to give some votes out.
We've got to give some votes.
That can be
She'd
your
come
job.
close. Oh, no, not really. Okay.
No, you got to do the votes.
Righto.
I don't want to offend anyone.
You couldn't offend anyone.
I'm Switzerland. I'm neutral. Pearce won it in the ruck over Jordan. And they can't clear the footies all up. Another ball up. So not too far away. It's the Sharks leading by 72. Mora out of the middle. Kick finds Mitchell. Siren sounds. And Southport consolidate their spot on top of the ladder with a 72-point win over Maroochydore. A hard-fought contest for the reigning premiers, just far too strong for the team from the sunny coast. Jack Fuller, Ash Newton Spence will be your call team on this Saturday afternoon. Ash, let's get to those votes.
I'm sitting here questioning my own thoughts, but I'm going to give one vote to Sophie Schultz. She was an absolute rock down there from Maroochydore, certainly made it very, very hard. As the whole game went on, made it hard for Maroochydore, so Southport to get on the board. I'm going to give 2 to Steph O'Brien. Just felt like she was definitely the fire starter, but just wasn't there the whole game long, and I'm going to give 3 to Brianna Shook. I thought she was absolutely everywhere. Everywhere you look, Ship was there. She worked really, really hard. Got 1 goal of her own on the board. Just fantastic. All round though from the Southport Sharks. Exactly what we expected them.
Well, that's it here from Fakehouse Reserve for the QAFLW. Don't go anywhere. Rep footy coming up. Queensland Country about to take the field against Sydney Canberra. Be back in a moment. Ash, thank you for your company this afternoon. Red footy up next on AFL Queensland.